This is the 2022 Mercedes EQS, all new for this year. Mercedes has gone electric, and this is their flagship car. We're gonna find out today if this is the S-Class of luxury cars or something different altogether. The EQS rides on all-new electric architecture and launches Mercedes EQ sub-brand in the United States. All of the features and tech that went into this car are designed to make the car feel as luxurious as possible. So the whole point of this car is that it's super comfortable, super quiet, and it puts luxury ahead of outright performance. Think of it as a rolling lazy boy sofa. So what does the EQS compete with? Well, it competes with the Tesla Model S, the Lucid Air, the Porsche Taycan, and the Audi e-tron GT. Basically, it goes toe-to-toe with all of the world's flagship electric luxury sedans. The EQS started life as the gorgeous Vision EQS concept car. However, the production model is a bit more tame. The reason that is that Mercedes is gunning for sheer efficiency with aerodynamics. This has the lowest coefficient of drag of any vehicle on sale right now, even better than the Prius. That means that it looks a little bit like a soap bar. That isn't to say that there aren't cool details all around the car. Up front, there are little Mercedes logos all over the fake grille. That looks like a high design, fashion industry sort of touch. There are LED headlights, and then there's also a unibrow light bar that goes all the way across. That's in keeping with what a lot of luxury electric sedans are doing right now. This lower grille is a call out to the rest of the Mercedes lineup. This shape is seen on a lot of their other cars. Then it has 20-inch aerodynamic profile wheels. And then on the A-pillar, there's this really weird triangle, kind of looks like a sail. It has the EQS badge on it, and all of this seems like it was done to disguise how much visual mass is right here. Coming further back along the car, we have electric pop-out door handles that are motorized so that when you approach the vehicle, they automatically open to greet you. Coming back a little further, we have the lip spoiler on top of the electric-powered hatch. That's right, this is a hatchback and a luxury electric sedan. There are a lot of cool accents all over this car, and although the vehicle is striking, it isn't as pretty or as successful of a design as other vehicles on the market right now. The interior of the EQS is absolutely gorgeous. It's also super luxurious and comfortable too. There is leather everywhere, and where there isn't leather, there's yacht-style walnut wood with aluminum inlays. The seats are super comfortable, and they're massaging too. The interior also has gorgeous speaker housing. We can't talk about it without talking about the immense hyperscreen. There's 56 inches of scratch and crack-resistant glass going across the entire dash. Under the glass, there are 3 digital displays. The first of which is the main 17.7-inch infotainment screen. Then the passenger gets their own display, and that's 12.3 inches, and the driver gets a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. However, you actually can get an EQS without that display there, and Mercedes will instead replace that screen with wood or another finish. The interior also has 64-color ambient lighting. When you use the climate control, the lighting actually will respond when you increase or decrease the temperature. Another notable feature is the steering wheel has paddles, but not because there's a transmission. Instead, these control the regenerative braking. So hitting the plus, the up paddle, actually increases the amount of regenerative braking. So you can drive this car with just one pedal. EQS has hatchback-like practicality with a lot of cargo room. There's 22 cubic feet behind the rear seats, and then if you flip those seats down, that number climbs up to 63 cubic feet, which is pretty massive. But that's a good thing because there's actually no frunk on this car. As a whole, this is a very well-made cabin. But one of the downsides is the rear seat doesn't have as many features as the front seat, and there isn't that much headroom in the back, and that's kind of the point of buying an S-Class style Mercedes. You really want to have rear passengers feel like they can luxuriate as much as the passengers in the front. So the EQS really does have a gorgeous interior. However, the rear seat isn't the place to be in this car. So the car we have right here is the EQS 450 Plus, which is actually the base model in the US. That means that it has a single electric motor driving the rear wheels. However, all-wheel drive is available. The electric motor makes 329 horsepower and 419 pound-feet of torque. That means that its acceleration comes out to about 5.9 seconds, which is quick. But this car isn't about being the quickest car on the road. It's about being comfortable and luxurious, so the acceleration is very smooth. Total driving range is 350 miles, which is pretty good for the segment, and it can charge from 10 to 80% in just 35 minutes. The other really cool thing about the EQS is its rear steering system. It can turn the rear wheels up to 10 degrees. That makes it super easy to park, and it improves dynamics on the road. So while the EQS isn't the quickest car on sale right now, it is extremely luxurious and very easy to drive smoothly. The EQS has not been crash tested yet. However, it is packed full of driver assistance technology. It has semi-autonomous driving, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, adaptive turning headlights, and it'll notify you if it gets damaged in the parking lot. The EQS 450 Plus base model starts just over $103,000. As optioned, this car sits at just over $116,000. How does that stack up against the competition? Well, the Tesla Model S and the Audi e-tron GT both start over the $100,000 mark, just like the EQS. The Porsche Taycan and the Lucid Air sit around the $80,000 mark. So although this is the most expensive car in the segment, it's actually justifiable because the ride quality is so great and it's packed with luxury and technology features. The one thing to know about the Mercedes EQS is that although it's a great luxury sedan, its dull exterior styling and mediocre backseat hold it back from being the S-Class of EVs. See our vehicle rankings and the complete buyer's guide at motortrend.com/cars.